Welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe and press the notification bell. If you're into raw power, iconic style, and the kind of rumble that turns heads before you even hit the throttle, then stick around because today we are diving deep into one of Harley-Davidson's most aggressive, stripped-down, performance-focused cruisers, the Low Rider S. This is not just another motorcycle. It's a statement. A throwback to Harley's West Coast performance roots with a modern-day punch. From the moment you lay eyes on the Low Rider S, you know exactly what it's all about: dark finishes, a muscular stance, and that unmistakable Milwaukee-Eight engine ready to roar. There's no chrome here, no shiny distraction. Just pure attitude, wrapped in a package that screams performance. So, what makes the Low Rider S stand out in Harley's lineup? It's all about the balance between classic cruiser vibes and modern performance capabilities. At its heart lies the Milwaukee-Eight 117V twin engine. And if you've never felt the torque on one of these beasts, trust me, it's an experience. The 117 cubic inches of displacement delivers massive low-end grunt. Twist the throttle and it responds with instant power, pulling hard from the get-go, whether you're cruising down a highway or tearing through twisty back roads. This bike isn't just fast in a straight line, it's built to handle. One of the things that riders love about the Low Rider S is how nimble it feels for a bike of this size. Harley has tweaked the chassis and improved suspension components to give riders more confidence in the corners. The bike sits slower, and with that aggressive lean angle, you feel like you can really push it through the bends. The front suspension uses 43mm inverted forks for a more precise and responsive ride, while the rear monoshock helps keep things planted, even when you hit uneven terrain or decide to push the limits a little harder. Now, let's talk about the ride ergonomics. Harley didn't just throw in a big engine and call it a day. They crafted a riding position that's aggressive, but still comfortable for longer trips. The mid-mount foot controls combined with a low handlebar position give you that slightly forward-leaning posture that feels sporty, without turning into a full-on torture rack on longer rides. It's that perfect blend of control and comfort. The seat height is low, around 27 inches, which gives riders of various heights a good, confident reach to the ground. That's key, especially when you're managing a heavyweight cruiser and stop-and-go traffic. But what's more impressive is that despite that low seat, the bike doesn't compromise on suspension travel. You still get enough cushioning to absorb rough roads and keep you connected to the pavement. Aesthetically, the Low Rider S stays true to its name. This bike is mean, dark, and unapologetically bold. The blacked-out finishes are everywhere, from the engine casing to the exhaust pipes, the fork tubes, and even the badging. It's stealthy, aggressive, and badass from every angle. The only pop of color comes from the tank emblem and maybe the optional paint schemes, depending on the year. But even those are tastefully subdued. Harley knows this bike doesn't need flashy graphics to get attention. It speaks for itself. One of the most iconic styling cues of the Low Rider S is the signature handlebar setup with that 4-inch riser and moto-style drag bars. It gives you that West Coast performance look and feel, and it sets the tone for what this bike is built for. It's meant to be ridden hard and fast. It's meant to lean into curves and launch off green lights with authority. And it's meant to turn heads everywhere you go. The instrumentation is minimalist, but functional. The digital gauge is mounted on the handlebar riser, giving you essential readouts like speed, tach, gear position, trip meter, and fuel level. It's all compact, easy to read at a glance, and doesn't clutter the bike's clean lines. It's a modern twist on classic analog styling, and it works well with the rest of the bike's stripped-down design philosophy. Now, you might be wondering, how does the Low Rider S stack up in real-world riding conditions? Well, that's where this bike really shines. It's the kind of motorcycle that makes everyday rides feel like an event. Whether you're blasting through urban streets or stretching out on an open road, there's a visceral quality to the ride. That deep exhaust note, the raw torque, the way the bike responds to your inputs, it makes you feel connected, like you're part of a mechanical symphony that's playing just for you. The braking system is solid, too. Dual front disc brakes provide plenty of stopping power, and ABS comes standard, so you get that extra level of safety without compromising performance. It's responsive and confidence-inspiring, especially when you're riding aggressively or carrying a passenger. Fuel economy? Sure, it's not going to win any awards there. It's a big twin engine after all. But that's not why you buy a Low Rider S. You buy this bike because it feeds your soul. You don't count miles per gallon, you count smiles per gallon. Still, for a bike of this caliber, it manages a decent range thanks to the 5-gallon tank, so you're not constantly hunting for gas stations either. If you're the kind of rider who likes to customize, the Low Rider S is a dream. It's essentially a blank canvas with limitless potential. Whether you want to swap out the exhaust, change the bars, add bags, tweak the seat, or go all in with performance upgrades, there's a massive aftermarket community around this bike. Harley knows it, too. That's why they've designed it to be mod-friendly. It's one of those bikes that you can make truly your own, piece by piece. Now let's touch on price. It's not the cheapest in Harley's lineup, but you're paying for performance and attitude. You're getting a big engine, premium suspension, and a design that's dripping with character. In terms of value for what it delivers both in spec and soul, it's hard to beat. And when you look at what you get out of the box, it's one of the best pound-for-pound offerings Harley has if you're leaning toward performance cruisers. The Low Rider S isn't just a motorcycle, it's a vibe. It's for riders who want that stripped-down, aggressive stance without giving up ride quality or power. It's for those who want to feel every heartbeat of the engine, every vibration through the bars, and every corner they carve. It's a bike that doesn't just get you from point A to point B, it makes sure you enjoy every second of the ride in between. It's no surprise that the Low Rider S has developed a bit of a cult following. Riders who've owned it will tell you it's one of those bikes you connect with on a deeper level. It's not just about specs on paper, it's about the feeling you get every time you throw a leg over it and hit the starter. It's about the way it makes you feel when you're rolling through the city or tearing down a highway. It's gritty. It's raw. It's real. So, if you're in the market for a bike that brings the thunder, looks mean as hell, and gives you a performance cruiser experience that hits all the right notes, the Harley-Davidson Low Rider S should absolutely be on your radar. It's more than a motorcycle, it's a lifestyle. A rebellion in two wheels. A modern classic built for riders who want their machine to match their spirit, bold, relentless, and unapologetically powerful. Thanks for hanging out today. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into iconic bikes like the Low Rider S, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what's your dream Harley, and why. Ride safe, ride hard, and I'll catch you in the next one.